Hi guys, it's Shell with Creative Shell Bear Little Acres Creations, and today we are going to use the Hey There stamp set and make a fun card. So let me show you what we're going to do first. The first thing we're going to do is make a background. So I am just going to do some more watercolor, and I'm going to use those shimmering H2Os that I've shown you in a few other videos. I just really love those. And I really just want some fun shimmer and some color, on this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tape this down. I went ahead and kind of just taped around the edge. Now this is a little bit too large for our card, so that worked out just fine. So I'm going to use this paintbrush, and it's just a flat edge paintbrush that I picked up at G's Embellishment Emporium. And with this technique, I'm going to go ahead and do the sky first. And so about, let's say, 2/3 of the way up, I'm going to just do some wet water, and then I'll come back into the grass. So you just want a lot of water, because I don't want dark color on this. I just want like a fun, cloudy day, a bright cloudy day kind of. So what I'm using, again, I'm using the shimmering H2Os, and I am just, with those, they're kind of a really thick cake watercolor. Let me show you. So when you're putting your water in there, you want to go ahead and put the water in there for like 5 minutes, depending on how long you want your, how dark you want your colors. But at least 5 minutes, 10 is even better. So I'm going to go ahead and do just a little yellow up top, because I want some semblance of a sunny day. So, and then I'm going to use some jasmine. Just a very little bit of that, just to add a little bit of pink. You know how when you're doing a, like a sunset or something? And I just thought this would be kind of pretty, just to kind of put in there. And it's okay if they mesh a little bit, because, you see orange in sunsets too. So I just thought that would be really pretty. And then I'm going to go ahead and come back with some blue. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take our tape off, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this down to the size of our card base, so that when I'm doing the stamping and putting it together, I have it all ready when it's totally complete. There we go. And I cut it down just enough to take all the white off, and then this will go on another layer. Okay, and then this one would go on like this layer. That looks pretty good. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the barbed wire from that stamp set. Let me show you that in case you didn't catch it. So I'm going to use the barbed wire from the stamp set. And we're just going to make a couple stripes across the back. That way it looks like he's inside a fence. I thought that would be kind of fun. So, and I'm just using my Fisker stamp press. I'm just going to line that up. And then I'm just using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink, which I love, by the way. So we're just going to ink that up, and I got it everywhere. That's okay though, it won't touch anything. And I'm just going to go up just a little bit, like into the skyline. Just to kind of give us a little bit of more room to work with. And I made this so you can just kind of line it up and just keep going. Keep going and going and going. Looks pretty good. And then I want two of them, so I'm going to do one just about 1/2 inch below this one. And I think I'm going to move the little barbed wire pieces just over so that they're not totally lined up. And then just go ahead and connect them. Okay. Isn't that cute? I really love this stamp set. Okay. Doesn't that look so nice? I just love that. Okay, so I'm going to take my little cow, put him on my stamp press. I'm going to set this aside. That is pigment ink, so it does take a bit longer to dry. So I need that to dry because I can tell that it's still wet. So we're going to set that aside so we don't smudge it. And I'm going to use this. Okay, I'm going to stamp my cow out on a white piece of paper, an off-white piece of paper. Okay. Now if you go ahead and stamp it upside down, you know, you can look at the cow or look at your stamp and make sure that you're getting everything well covered. I think that's a really good tip. And then we're just going to stamp him out, see if we get a good impression. And he looks beautiful. Okay, so let me clean this real quick. Now while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the hay bale just on, you know, just a piece of yellow paper and cut that out. So now, what my vision for this is a black and white cow. So let me find a black pen. I think this cow is just adorable. Zoom in so you guys can see it. I'm going to go ahead and color in some spots on the cow. Just because, like I said, I wanted a black and white cow. You could certainly do whatever your heart desires on this. Isn't that cute? I just think this cow is just adorable. Now you just make, you know, whatever designs you want to on your little spots, and as many as you want. Or if you want a brown cow or whatever you'd like. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to cut the head apart from the body, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm just going to touch up just a touch here. Okay. Let me give you a little tip when you've cut out a project. You want to come across and hit the edges. Now when you're doing that, I don't know if you guys can see this. When you're doing that, if you work from the back so that your pen, your marker is on the back, I'm just using a black Sharpie permanent marker. If your hand was to slip, see how it did? It's going to be on the back instead of the front of your project. I think that's a really good tip, because when you're fussy cutting and you're doing that and your hand slips, you may not be very happy with that. But if you go ahead with the black, see how I did it again? So if you do it from the back, then if you do slip, it's not a problem. That's just a tip. And it makes your project that you cut out so much nicer. Okay, so what I did, here he is. And I went ahead and cut out, or colored the little thing on the top of his head. I just thought that was so cute. Okay, so that's all dry. Here's our cow. Here is our hay bale, which I think is really, really cute. Now I just cut it out and just kind of wiggled my scissors as I was cutting it out, because it has all of those little kind of crinkled edges, or the straight edges. So I just cut it out just by kind of wiggling my scissors. Okay, so I'm going to put this one here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this double stick tape that I picked up at G's Embellishment Emporium. You can use whatever you have. If you have like a liquid glue, like the art glitter glue or something, it would work really well here. Okay, so I'm just going to put that just about, let's see where my cow's going. Okay, scooch it over just a touch. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put double stick tape on this one also. It was a little hard to kind of cut out, so I just kind of made it thicker, and then I colored in, you know, the rest of the tail so that it kind of blended in, because that was a little bit tough there. Okay, isn't he cute? Well, not yet, but let me show you what I'm going to do with the head. So the head, I'm going to put on his little body, and I am going to pop it up just to give him a little bit of dimension. And I should have done this other part. I totally forgot about it. First, I'm just using some mini dots. I'm not sure where I got these. Okay. So what I did is I thought he would be so cute with a little handkerchief. Sorry, I keep pulling it the wrong way. With a little handkerchief. So I just got this, it's just velveteen ribbon, just any ribbon that you have, any color you want to use. I thought, how cute would this be? So this is kind of a really colorful little card. And then I'm just going to tape that down and fold those under. Okay, now I'm going to put on his little head. And you can just kind of turn it. I think I'm going to turn it just like it was on the stamp. Isn't that just adorable? I just love this. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put it on its layer. What I'm doing is I'm just going to use some double stick tape, and mainly because it did warp, whether it's from the watercolor or the heat, I'm not sure. But I want to make sure that it doesn't warp and stay that way. Okay, and I just have A2 card base here, and all I did is cut it in half in the middle of a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, Okay, so when I was designing this card, I have some like, it's kind of like a lasso type material, kind of like a raffia or something, and I thought this would be so cute on this card. So what I did is I just pulled off about an 8-inch piece, and I want it to sit right here on the hay bale. So what I'm doing is I just kind of wind it, and then I'm just going to go in and just kind of wind it up on itself. That way it kind of stays together like that. And then I'm just going to put that right here. That'll give us a little bit of dimension. Looks like it's laying on the hay bale. Give it a little bit more dimension. You know how I like dimension on my projects. Now I really feel like it needs a saying across the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hay there from the same stamp set. You can certainly use whatever you would like. Okay, so I'm going to just cut a bubble. You know how they have the little chat bubbles? I'm just going to do a little chat bubble. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that up too, using my little dots. I just think that is so cute. What do you think? I think it turned out so cute. I'm going to go ahead and put a sentiment inside, just because I have one in mind. So I am going to use hey there, and then I'm going to use the what's moo with you. Just a thinking of you little card. Okay, there we go. Again, I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black. And just kind of aim for the center. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I think it looks so cute, and it certainly looks like a little cow on a farm. I really like how he turned out. And that is the card for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. And if you're interested in the Hey There stamp set, then head on over to my website, littleacrescreations.com. We'd love to see what you create. So please come and join us at Little Acres Creations on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.